The Donum Dei. Preface. I have had the science of this art only from the inspiration of God, who to this servant has vouchsafed to declare the true reasons to judge and discern. Giving strength hath less occasion to no man, nor any excusation from him. Forsooth, if I feared not the day of judgment, I would never open anything of this science or publish it to any man. But I am willed to render my duty to faithful men as their anchor of faith have given it unto me. He that knoweth not the principles in himself is very far from the art of philosophy, for he hath not the true book whereupon he should ground his intent. But if he do chiefly and principally know the natural causes of himself, and know not the other, yet hath he the way to the way of the principles of the art. And although a man may know the matter, yet there remaineth many things to the completement of the same. And it is necessary that our stone be drawn out of the natures of two bodies before the elixir may be made complete. Therefore it is worthily said, O water, in form Pontic, or bitter which dissolves the elements, O most greatest nature, the creature of nature which containeth nature, and overcometh the nature of the meanys, what cometh with light, and with light it is engendered, and she that is mother of all, how black a cloud hath she brought out. The chapter of the green lion, and of what color it is. First in our green lion is had the true matter, and of what color it is, and is called Aurach, or Azoch, Clopum, Duenic. If thou wilt well understand this work, read it from part to part, and thou shalt see miracles wrought in our days. And unless I had seen them and touched them, I could not so particularly have written them and painted them. I have not shown all the appearances and things necessary in this work, for there be some that be not lawful to be spoken of man, that I have set it out in pictures to the end or completement. And there was never no sure work so described with authorities to the purpose, for it is impossible to be known without it be known of God or of a master which may fear him. Understand that it is a very long way, therefore patience and tarrying must be necessary. For in our magistery there be some foolish and blind, which saith they can make aurum potable of common gold, or else they believe that it is most best to heal all infirmities. Also, there are some physicians which causeth ducats to be boiled in water, saying this thing is most best for the health. But it is rather evil, and not to be drunk. For it is clean contrary, saving their reverence, that was aurum potable, or if that was good for the health. For neither common gold or other metals be gold to heal with, but they are rather evil, as I have said, and not able to be drunk. But I will grant they be good and most best to buy confections with, and to pay the physician. Also they be good to be had, basins full of ducats or fine gold, and so show them to the sick man, for it is a great comfort to see the gold. But the true aurum potable of the philosophers is the elixir complete, and this is aurum potable not visible but in power, which is the great medicine, which removeth all superfluities, as well of many bodies and of metals, for it converteth all metals imperfect from leprosy and from infirmity, and likewise the bodies of man. And this is most certain. Note, this is the intent of all philosophers, but these which doth understand it to be of common gold be blind and more than blind and deceivers. For if common gold should give of this perfection to another, then should he himself remain imperfect. Wherefore would you have this science reading only one book, or finding the first regiment? Now following, the philosophers have said that the truth is not discerned without error, and nothing converteth more sorrow to the heart than error in this art. Therefore when I spared not my life in so great age to practice, lest peradventure because of the chidings of this wisdom I might be dampened. First I shall praise God, who is the beholder of all things, nor anything that is hid from him, to whom be honor and glory by all the world of worlds. Amen. Of whom the Father is a virgin, saith, Come, my well-beloved, that we may embrace together, and we shall engender a new form, which shall not be like to his parents. The king therefore, whose head is red, the eyes black, and the feet white, is the magistery. The mother hath not conceived. Behold, I come to thee, and am most ready to conceive of form, to whom is none like in the world. And he is born between two mountains, you know the truth. This book is followed according to Hermes Trismegistus. He varieth not from him in any text, for that you may know, although he will not declare his name, that all his ground and foundation is Hermes, as aforesaid. No chapter of him that is left untouched in this book, wherefore be sure to follow it, for there is no surer author, nor none like. It varieth not from any that anciently hath written of this art, and he hath spoken more plainly than ever was written of any other. If God give grace that he readeth it may perceive and understand, to whom be all honor and glory. Amen. The second chapter. How the bodies be dissolved into argent vive of philosophers, that is, into water. The matter of the stone is a gross water agent, or that is a cold congealing the water, and believes those stones to be more precious, which proceedeth from the animals than the other. Thou canst not prepare any kind of stone without duenic, the green and liquid which is born in our minds. Some behold the last mountains which be on the right hand and the left, and ascend thither where our stone is found, and in the mountain which beareth all manner of kinds of spirits and aromatic or secret things, likewise in the mine of the stone which is necessary in this work, is of an augmate or a living thing. You shall find it everywhere, in the plains, on the mountains, and in the waters, as well the poor as the rich hath it. It is most vile, and it is most dear. It groweth of flesh and blood. O how precious it is to him that knoweth it! O blessed greenness which engendereth all things! O blessed nature, blessed is thine operation, for of an imperfect thou makest a perfect. Therefore take not this nature, but pure and clean, crude, clear, earthly, pure and right. If thou do otherwise, it shall not profit thee nothing. Let we go seek the nature of the four elements, which the emptis bring forth from the belly of the earth. Here is made the solution of philosophers, and it is made our argent vive. The third chapter. How the bodies be dissolved into water, and is made a new body. Our stone is a body without sound, mortifying and quickening, so that nothing contrary enter with our stone. But put himself only conjoin the servant to his odoriferous sister, and between them the art shall be engendered. For if the white woman be married to the red man, anon they do embrace, and so hosenge be coupled together. By themselves they be dissolved, and by themselves they be made, that they that were two is made as it were one body. And know that there be three perfect colors, from the which all the others take their beginning. The first is black, the second white, and the third red. There be many other colors, but they be not to be cared for they vanish away oftentimes before the whiteness. Then is made the commixion of two bodies, and it is necessary in our magistery, and if there were but one only body of the two in our stone, it should now go be tincture by any manner of means, and therefore it is necessary the conjunction of these two bodies, which two, when they be conjoined, and received in the commixion of the stone is engendered in the belly of the wind. And that is that which the philosopher saith, the wind hath borne him in his belly. It is plain that the wind is air, and air is life, and the life is the soul, that is oil and water. I that am exalted above all the circles of the world have 4 faces, having one Father, whereof one is in the mountains, and other in the air, another in the stones, and another in the caverns or hollow places. Of the 4 elements this stone is compounded or made. Here be the bodies wholly dissolved into our argent vive, and is made water permanent fixed white as the tears of the eye. The 4th chapter. Here is made the putrefaction of philosophers, which was never seen, and is called sulfur. Convert the natures of the elements, and thou shalt find what thou seekest. To convert the natures is to make a body a spirit in our magistery. First we make of gross thin, and of a body water, and by consequent we make that which is beneath as that which is above, and the contrary. For the bodies dissolved are reduced to the nature of spirits, and they be never separated asunder, like as water is mixed with water, and truly all the regiment and work is none other, but water permanent, having in himself all things which we need. Therefore hold fast that water which is good operations, for he maketh white to white and red to red. It is on and the same thing which hath in him flesh or soul, the agent or calyx, and the 4 elements, to whom it hath dominion. It is not made of other elements, which agreeth not in his nature. The putrefaction of the philosophers is the head of the crow, a blackness transparent and shining. Here be the bodies put in putrefaction, and be made black earth. And when you seest thy matter to be made black, rejoice, for that is the beginning of the operation, and it is necessary to be putrefied. The 5th chapter. The most part of this water is made black earth and feculent. Therefore burn our brass with easy fire, as the hen doth nourish the egg until the body thereof be constituted, or made, and the tincture be drawn out. For thou shalt not draw it out all at once, but that a little, and a little may come out every day, until it may be made complete in a long time. I am black of white, and red of white, and citrine of red, and certainly I am a true sayer and not liar. And know ye that this red of the art is the crow, which in the blackness of the night and in the clearness of the day flieth without wings. Of the bitterness in his throat the color is taken, from his body the redness, and from his back pure water. Understand the gift of God, receive it and hide it from all unwise philosophers, for it is not hidden from the caverns of the metals, which stone is mineral and animal, shining colors, or high hill, and an open sea. Behold, I have expounded it to you. Truly, when it is first black, we call it the cave of the science, which is not without blackness, for it is the tincture we seek. For in every body we give or put color, which thing was hidden in his brass as the soul in man's body. Therefore, dear son, when thou art in thy work, see first thou have the black color, and then art thou sure thou dost putrefy and proceedest the right way. Patience and tarrying must be necessary in our work. O blessed nature, and blessed is thine operation, for of imperfect thou makest perfect with true putrefaction, which is black and obscure. Then after thou shalt make to spring new and diverse things, which thy viridity or green lion makest diverse colors appear. The head of the crow is transparent blackness. This is upon the matter the black clouds, spirits or forms. The earth, which is upon the matter, descendeth in an other vessel to the bottom, and thence worms he brought forth. This is the black and feculent earth, whereof all the philosophers speaketh, and standeth upon the water. The 6th chapter. How this earth black shall stand upon the water in the beginning, and by little and little is drowned in their profundity. Yet seeing more the matter to wax thick and to sink to earth, and this thickness stood first upon the water, and so leaving by little and little the thickness, they saw the earth drowned himself in the water, and stand in the bottom of the vessel under the water. which earth was yellowish black and feculent. They said that this was perfect corruption, kindled a fire in the furnace after the philosopher's manner, and caused that all the matter be dissolved into water. Afterwards, govern it with easy fire till the most part be turned into black earth, which in 21 days will be done. Know that this science is none other than the perfect inspiration of God. For all the magistery or art is but of one thing, and we shall prove it by the saying of the philosophers. And as we have seen, and touched with great labors and business, we have known this only thing perfect to the white and to the red, and we could never find other things where the perfection consisteth to the true transmutation of bodies and perfect preparation, but to be destroyed so made black for fever. Therefore be thou busy to thine operation in all his degrees, patiently continuing decoction until such time the tincture be come out in black color upon the water. And when thou seest the blackness appear in the said water, know thou all the body to be liquefied, and then it behoveth to continue an easy fire upon it, until such time it hath conceived the dark cloud which it hath brought forth. The intent of the philosophers is that now the body dissolveth into black powder, may enter into this water, and all may be made one. For then the water taketh the whiter as his own nature. Therefore without all be turned into water, thou shalt never come by any means to perfection. Caput corvi. The head of the crow is black earth and feculent, in which be engendered worms, whereof the one devoureth the other, for the corruption of the one is the generation of the other. The 7th chapter. How this earth is dissolved into water and again into the color of oil, and is called the oil of philosophers. Here is required by how long time the stone is to be turned into blackness, and what is the figure of true solution of the stone when blackness appeareth the first time. It is figure of putrefaction and solution of the stone. But when it is vanished away and clearly gone, it is a sign of the whole putrefaction of the stone, and of the dissolution thereof. Or else it is demanded if the black clouds endure in the foresaid stone by the space of 40 days. I answer, sometimes it doeth more, and sometimes less. This variation chanceth of the variety and quantity of the medicine, and according to the wisdom of the worker, wherefore the more quantity requireth more time, and the less the less. The wisdom of the worker helpeth the art of separation from the blackness. Item, it is demanded by some long time this putrefaction shall endure the cleansing of the earth. I make answer 40 days, and sometimes more, and sometimes less, according to the quantity of the earth and of the water. The head of the crow, oil of philosophers. Here is our new black son born, and the name of him shall be called Elixir. The black earth and feculent is turned into argent vive, as it was afore, and dissolved in the color of oil, and then it shall be called oil of philosophers. The 8th chapter. How the dragon is born in blackness, and is fed with his mercury, and killeth himself, and is drowned in the same, and the water is somewhat made white. Gold is dissolved, that he may be reduced unto his first matter, that is, that it may be made truly sulfur and argent vive. For then we may make most best silver and gold when it is converted into the matter of them. Therefore it must be so well washed until it be true sulfur and argent vive. According to the philosopher, they be the very true matters of metals. Therefore he that can wed a wife, and get her with child, and mortify, and quicken again the kinds of generations, and can cleanse and bring in light, and to separate the shine thereof from blackness and darkness, shall be of most great dignity. Therefore we, conjoining our king crowned to our red children, and in an easy fire knitting them together, there shall be conceived, and between them engendered a son. For his clouds, which were upon him, turneth again into his body as they came out. Therefore continue a temperate balneo, or bath, until such a time all be dissolved into water impalpable, and that all the tincture come out in the color of blackness, which is the sign and token of dissolution. The dark house is sulphur of philosophers. Here beginneth the dragon to wax white, and to eat his own wings. The 9th chapter. Here is the water cleansed wholly from blackness, and remaineth in the color of milk, and many colors doth appear in the blackness. The dragon here eateth his own wings, and showeth forth divers colors by many manner of ways, and many times shall be moved from color unto color, until such time it come unto whiteness. A fierce or a most cruel beast ought not to be fed, but when it hath thirst and hunger, and know ye that after 3 days it hath not, then is the dragon born. The house of him is darkness and blackness, dwelling in all these. Truly death and darkness flieth this sea, and the dragon flieth from the bright beams of the sun, which stops the holes. And our dead form shall leave, and the king shall come from the fire, and shall rejoice of his marriage. And hidden things shall appear, and the milk of the virgin shall be made white. And our child now quickened is made a tamer or overcomer of ye fire, and overcoming tincture. The dark house, sulphur of philosophers. Here wholly the dragon is cleansed from blackness, and is made white as milk. The 10th chapter. How the black clouds which were above the water in the vessel dissolveth into the body from whence they came. Take black, blacker than black, for diverse and many colors shall appear in it, and the virgin's milk shall be made white. And our son, now revived, shall be made an overcomer of the fire and excelling tinctures or colors. The cloud ascendeth from the sea, and the rain upon the earth, for every heavy and dense or thick body falleth or slippeth to his center. Argent vive, sublimed from brass, of the which all things be, is a clear water and a true tincture, which putteth away the shadow of ye brass. For it is a white sulphur which only maketh brass white, which the spirit is held, that he cannot fly. Know that the neck of the vessel is the head of the crow, which you shalt kill. And therefore shall be brought forth a dove, and after that a phoenix. Be you fortunate or happy the whole science, both to the white and to the red, with these few words. Ashes of ashes. The black clouds descendeth unto the body from whence they came out, and there is made connection between the earth and water, and is made ashes. The crow is black, the dove is white. The phoenix burneth herself, that she may procreate or bring forth an other of the ashes. The 11th chapter. This ashes is made white as marble shining, and it is the elixir to the white, and is made ashes. Because nature hath no moving but by the occasion of heat, therefore if thou measure well the heat, water and fire be sufficient to thee. For they wash the body, they cleanse and nourish it, and taketh away the darkness thereof. This water dwelling in the air doth draw to the earth as iron the adamant stone. Therefore all these orders of preparation reiterate upon it 4 times, and at the last calcine it by this manner of calcining and flying. For so have you sufficiently governed the earth of the stone in administration. To calcine is no other thing than to dry and turn into ashes. Therefore burn it without fear, until it be ashes, which when it is so, thou hast mixed it well. Despise not these ashes, but give it them the sweat that they have cast out. And when the water is all drank up and turned into earth, within certain days will be done. In this vessel shall appear all ye the colors of the world, and when the humidity is dried up. Therefore let it stand certain days upon easy fire, until it be done as aforesaid. That which goeth from him, put again upon him, until all be fixed, and will no more go from him for ye fire. That is the blackness which is separate from the body. Let it be reduced upon the body, from whence it came out, and be made on body. The white rose. I am the elixir to the white, transforming all imperfect bodies into most pure silver, better than the mine, whereof 1 part changeth 1,000 of argent vive into most pure silver. The 12th chapter. How this whiteness is converted into transparent redness as the ruby, and this is the elixir to the red. Take white laton, and break your books to pieces, lest your hearts be broken. For our art is easy, and a little help will serve. He that maketh me white shall make me red. For white and red proceedeth from one root. That which is in the white is in the red. Therefore work philosophically, and if thou make white and pass the limits or end thereof, thou art blessed. This thing, if thou shalt see it suddenly, admiration or marvel, fear and dread shall come upon thee. Decant therefore, grind, and reiterate, though the work be tedious and long, for it is done with long decoction. Know ye that the flour of the stone is the stone of the stone. Roast it therefore by certain days until it be shining as marble, and know when it is so, that it is the most greatest secret, for the stone is mixed to the stone. Now, most dear friend, thou hast learned to make the white. Now it is to speak of the red, but if thou first make not white, never can there be made true red, for no man may come from the first to the third, but by the second. So canst thou not come from the black to the citrine, but by the white, because that the citrine is made one compound of much white and a little black. Therefore make white the black, and make red the white, and you have the art. For the year is divided into 4 parts, and so is our blessed work. The first is winter cold and moist. The second is ver, hot and moist, and flourishing. The third is the summertime, hot and dry and red. The fourth is the harvest, cold and dry, which is the time of gathering of fruit. This disposition coloring nature govern until such time it bring forth ripe fruit at pleasure. But now the winter is past, the showers be gone away. For the flowers hath appeared in our earth in time of ver. But we go about the white rose, for they made every imperfect or sick body to be turned into true silver. Therefore, when thou seest the whiteness appearing above in all parts, be sure that in that whiteness is their hidden redness. Therefore, then you must draw out all the whiteness and decoct it until such time it be made red thoroughly. The red rose. I am the elixir to the red, transforming all imperfect bodies into most pure gold, better than the mine. For 1 part being cast upon 1,000 of argent vive, we perceived that it congealed it, and made it red, and converted it into most pure gold.